My name is Michael Phillips. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we have set out to change the world by showing love and gratitude just with this. I was sitting at my computer one day and I read an email about a teacher who called each student up at the end of the year and gave them a blue ribbon. And the teacher said, "Here's how you have made a difference in my life." And she then challenged each student to give a ribbon to someone else and to go and identify how that person had made a difference in their lives. And so the email goes on to tell a story about a child who gave the ribbon to their father, and the father went to work and gave it to his boss. His boss wasn't the nicest guy, but had made a difference by helping this person develop professionally. The boss didn't have a lot of friends. The guy intuitively knew that giving this ribbon to his boss would mean something to him. His boss was surprised, blown away. On the way home, trying to decide, who do I give the ribbon to? He gets home and he sees his teenage son. He goes to his son and he says, "Son, I couldn't decide who I was going to give this ribbon to. I'm supposed to give it to someone who has meant something to me and made a difference in my life. What I decided to do was to give it to you because you've turned out to be a remarkable young man in spite of me." And his son gets upset, goes on to confess that he had written a suicide note, didn't believe that anybody cared, and that he didn't make a difference in the world. I'm paraphrasing the story for the sake of time, but stopping and taking time in our busy lives and the chaos of the world can literally be a life or death situation to some people. You can make a difference, one person at a time. We don't know where to begin, but the Newton Project is challenging you to begin right there close to home, to make a difference to someone who has already poured into your life and means something to you.
The Newton Project and what Mike has been able to assemble is unique in that it's got a way to recognize someone for their positiveness or their attributes or their character, their actions. But I also love the technology aspect of being able to look on a map and seeing where it's been, where has it traveled.
Each wristband has a unique ID number on the bottom. We track that unique ID. So you go and you get your wristband and you put the ID in. The wristband now belongs to you. When you decide who you're paying it forward to after wearing it for a week or two, we hope that you've decided. You then go and you click a button on the website that says Pay Forward, and you put in the story as to what that person has meant to you, just like the father did to the son in the blue ribbon story. So now it's paid forward. The person that you gave it to, you physically give them or mail them the wristband. They then claim the wristband, and it shows on the map each hop, one step at a time. It shows all of the stories associated with that wristband. So once you've participated in the project, you can always see where your wristband is, how many lives it's impacted.
Personally, I am a cancer survivor. I'm a brain cancer survivor of 11 years. And so it took a lot to get through that experience. Certainly my spirituality was a huge aspect of that, but the human element was a large aspect of that as well. I believe in that a lot, and I believe strongly in humans care for each other, and I certainly do, and servanthood and all that sort. I've passed the bracelet on to my biggest supporter, which was my wife, and it was pretty emotional, you know. But even more significant than that was to be able to say to the world, really, the internet world, this is who I'm giving the band to, this is the first band that I'm giving to, and this is why, and share our story was a great moment for us. Yeah.
I think we all, regardless of faith and background, where you're from, how old you are, we all have a sense of our mortality. We know that life is short, and what we do in the end for other people is all that's really going to matter. How have we made a difference? 50 years from now, nobody's going to remember Michael Phillips. They're not going to remember what job I had or what car I drove, what school I went to. What they're going to remember is what I did for other people.
I think it's important to express gratitude towards the people that have inspired us or helped us, because it encourages them to continue doing that. Every day people go about doing things that they consider just a job or, their day-to-day life, not realizing the impact that they can have on others. And by letting others know the impact that they are having, I think it encourages them to continue on, and if nothing else, just lets them know that they are appreciated.
There's nothing special about me, about Mike Phillips. You can do the exact same thing that I'm doing. I have been blessed with people around me and circumstances that allow me to help people, and you have those same things around you. Each of us are given skills and traits and friends and circumstances that allow us every day to make a difference if we look for those opportunities.